right. Welcome back to another episode of Knicks Morning Koffee. I'm sure everybody saw the game last night. That Golden State game was, I hate to use the word fire, but that was everybody did their thing.
It's crazy how is that emotional roller coaster they take us on every year. This is really
roller coaster. Yeah, all the years we say roller coaster. This is definitely. I was thinking about that the other day too. This is definitely a roller coaster when you look at the 2-game losing streak, 2-game winning streak, 1 losing, 1 win, 3 win, 5 loss, 3 win. So
the fact that we look at stats now. I feel like when I was younger, I didn't really look at the stats. Now that I can see that we're in 8th with everybody else,
yeah,
like now it's more emotion with it. And the way they playing, it's like it almost seems like we trying to win. So don't think like we not trying to win.
Yeah, no, we definitely. I mean, we trying to win because I know they said the Knicks was top in defense, but to see the 3 categories that we are number 1 in defense, like I was like, because I'm constantly looking at where we can improve on the defense. Mm-hmm. So when you see that we're number 1 in points allowed. Number 1 in field goals allowed and 3-point shots. Like I'm saying, like damn, because I'm mad sometimes when Randall would be constantly leaving his man in the corner. Remember, I would say why is he so far from his man when he don't even really go help out, and they draining all them threes. So I'm like, wow, for us to be number 1.
I mean, the true test is when when the teams we played out are stacked. Like when they're stacked on centers or they're stacked on a certain like when we go play the Lakers, then we really gonna see.
Oh yeah,
the Clippers,
they're
really gonna see how our defense is.
Well, the Lakers is gonna be the ultimate test. The Clippers is gonna be a good test because they're gonna keep coming at you.
When we play the Nets again, we're gonna really see how our defense is gonna be. So right now, like we've been saying, there's no reason why we can't beat everybody else. Like there's no reason why we can't be in even 5th.
That's you picking 5th. For some reason, I told you I'm staying with 6. Really to bypass the 7, 8, 9, 10 if you can, and so 6th place gives you a comfortable spot. But yeah, you could shoot for 5th. But even by my theory of stay for right now until you really get it together, stay around 500, 1 game up, 1 game down. So it gives you flexibility. And then I was losing a little bit of faith, last week. I was mad about the 4 game, then it went to 5. And then it all started to go back in our direction again, with the Any Given Sunday game against Boston. So that 30-point blowout, and to me it wasn't a traditional blowout in the sense that Boston they just gave up and wasn't trying. It was us. It was the way the Knicks was playing. And when we share the ball and we try to get a few fast break points, we just a different team. And you seen that last night with Golden State, the way that we move, the way that we move the ball. And then I was thinking about something when you get the centers that shoot threes, right? And then just thinking about with Mitch, like other places where we could improve on defense, even though Mitch is playing great. Like I want to say excellent, but I'm for right now I'm gonna leave it at great. But remember Mitch's first 2 years, he could go out in a small stretch and he could guard a guard at the 3-point line. But when our centers go out, right, Mitch don't go with them. So I was just thinking that was just something that just kind of like puzzling me. You'll go out with the guard and you'll get in your stance and you'll direct them where you want them to go and then block the shot.
That could be a mental thing because I know when I used to go out and you play somebody that's faster than you on your P's and Q's. You're gonna do everything. When you play a center, all right, they're not gonna kill me off the dribble. If anything, they're gonna muscle me. So I got time to get back over to my spot. So maybe that's a mental thing.
Yeah, but when they go to the 3-point line, he doesn't challenge them at the 3-point line. But that's just tic-tac, but that's just something little that I was thinking about. We try to find the little areas where somebody can improve, because when you're number 1 in 3 categories, and those are like 3 of the top categories, it's like, and then on top of that, I don't know where we fit in shot blocking. but you see how we got the shot blocking centers. So it's like, where could we improve at? So I'm just thinking about little things like that. Always keeping the ball in front of you always helps the big man also, because even though last night we kind of manhandled Golden State.
It's working for us, but I kind of don't like the consistent switching. Because, like I said, that's going to run out.
No, that's not the defense. No, this is the 1 year, though, that the Knicks are not a switching team. Now, of course, sometimes you just get locked on it.
When they get, like,
I mean, when you can't get through,
down, the other person come down.
Yeah, I mean, when you can't get through, you can't get through. But this is the first time I've seen the Knicks. I don't even remember a time really when we got over screens the way that we did. But at least when we do switch, a lot of our guys hover around, 6'4", 6'7", stuff like that.
And we got bigger players. Over the years, it seemed like we had smaller players and a whole bunch of, like, our centers would be like tall, but our players all together, they would kind of be short.
Yeah, and I like the fact that we got Gibson as that insurance policy. He didn't play last night. Well, he really didn't play yet, but just the point that knowing that he's there, that makes me feel like, because when he comes in the game, he's not going to block shots, but he's going to play solid defense. So right now, we like clicking on all cylinders, and then watching Bullock, the past few games, that to me, that's my key.
Yeah, I ain't have
right
to
there.
out on the couch.
He's actually putting the ball up, and that's what we need. We need the shooters to shoot. You come out of that slump. RJ has just become like a quiet assassin. It's like you look up and all of a sudden he got 25, 30 points. And it's almost like where it came from. Because it's like unassuming.
I like that.
For what he's doing.
About RJ, even when he was messing up, I just like his demeanor. Like he's not scared of nothing. He's gonna go in there, he's gonna take it to the hole and do what he gotta do no matter what. If the ref blow a whistle, he's gonna do the face like, what you talking about? Like, what's this guy talking about?
Yeah. But young guys got to be careful with that too.
I mean, but I feel like he's gonna, if he's not a star, he's gonna make himself a star. That's what it looked like he's going with it.
Well, he has the tools. He got that baby bull mentality. Like I noticed with
wasn't he like the Canadian Mamba? They was calling him.
Yeah.
So
but
I think he's gonna internally get that in his system. I think that's what he's going.
If he can bring something like that back, that'd be excellent for us. Because even now, when he was the past 2 games, now he's starting to go back to the hole. He was getting it blocked a lot. Now the past 2 games, he's going back to the hole, and now he's flipping it. Because he's ambidextrous with both hands, and now he's getting it around the player because he wasn't getting over the defender for some reason. They were blocking it. So I was encouraged to see that. And
then that left hand dunk, I was like,
he lefty, but if we get out in transition, him and Knox, they can turn into our best players.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the key of getting the ball and pushing it. And you push it and you get RJ and Knox on those wings, they totally different players. So everybody kind of like finding a role with the team. Like last night, Knox came in, went straight to the corner, knocked down a 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I kind of like to see Coach, when Bullock was so hot, call his number for his spots. Like, make sure he gets those looks. Because even though we had the lead, he could have pushed that lead even more. So when them downtimes come like they did in the second half,
And Burt, I think, gives our shooters more confidence because they know he's going to light it up and they better get their shooting together.
Well, I think that's what pushed Bullock.
Yeah.
I think that's what pushed Bullock last night. And I think it also pushed Peyton with the talk of maybe should Quigley move into the starting lineup. And I also think too, and this is not even to try to get on a negative side because with so much positive going on with the Knicks right now, but I know everybody's always said it since last year anyway, but I'm now way more convinced that Randall and Peyton made a pact to look for each other. Because Randall, Peyton, you want to look for Randall? Okay, that's fine. Randall's supposed to be the star of the team. But Randall, you're looking for Peyton in certain situations, especially when the clock is winding down, and you got other shooters on the court, and you're purposely throwing it to Peyton. Now, he didn't do too bad last night, and he's known to hit a clutch 3 when the clock is going down. But percentage-wise, like somebody need to just tell Randall, one of them coaches need to stay on him with that. When you know that Bullock or Burke or one of the shooters or Quigley, whoever's open, and you purposely throw it back to, that. Come on now, we trying to. Yeah, I know y'all saying that the Knicks didn't want us, so we gonna do what we got to do to make our stock rise. I get that. This is a business, but I mean, certain that you're gonna cost us, and you're gonna get dissension in the team if you keep doing that. Now, I said all that to say, I also like the way Barrett and Randall now seem like they got a little bit more of a communication. So I think now it's up to Randall as the veteran.
I really think it was a locker thing, and I'm thinking, what's his name, Rivers. I think for some reason why I feel like Rivers is almost like the mediator. Because I remember when he was saying, this is not a bad team. The practice, I think all that stuff was mental things to say because of what's going on in the locker room. Because remember I told you, everybody's demeanor was different. For some reason why, from preseason, it was almost like veterans versus rookies. I'm not trying to paint a picture, but like, it's still, that's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like once everybody was like, quickly, RJ, Knox can get better. Let the young boys play. Even me. Like I'm like, let the young boys play because we see it. Like these old players, listen, they on their way out. You go to another team, your role is going to be lesser than what they are on the Knicks. I think once they knew, that's what people thought. I think that's where the change shifted. Because a young player gonna say, "Well, pass me the ball." You know what I mean? So now look, quickly, I guess they had to talk with him about his flow and his shooting.
Yeah.
And now he's doing it more. So I think that triggered something in their head, like, well, they getting mad at me going to the hole all the time, so let me pass it.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
He makes the. I mean, you got to give him credit. For a rookie, he makes the right play.
No, so what I'm saying is, it almost seemed like he was looking to make the play instead of him.
Oh yeah, a few games
naturally
ago,
just doing it. And
then, he said, Coach, was it after the Boston game? He said Coach told him shoot the ball.
Yeah, because that could be the locker room troubles. Like, oh nah, swing it. Or we got to do this. Or we got to do that. Listen, they making me a believer. Like, remember, I was like, all that practice, if it don't translate into game, what you practice for? Well, but it's translating. So,
but going back to Rivers, two things with Rivers to me. Rivers wasn't there last year. Of course, NBA players know what's going on other teams because they got buddies. But it's almost to with Rivers. I think he got to make this work because he's been a journeyman, for so long, even though this is a short career. So now it's like I gotta make this thing work because where am I gonna go where there's not another real star to be able to shine the way I need to shine?
Well, he wants to be there. Remember I said it's a difference when
but it's a reason why you want to be there.
Wanted to be there.
Yeah, but it's a different. I think this is different.
To be there.
Yeah.
Now Austin wants to be there. Even if they're a mediocre player, when they want to be there, I feel like it's totally different.
Well, we're gonna have
block out the RJ Barrett as a rookie wants to be there.
Well, we're gonna see who want to be there when Rivers get off this little injury because now with Burke back, now now it's going to start getting crowded. Be that strict? I mean, whatever he do, he got to stay with that tight rotation because you got to let guys play and you got to let guys play through it because. If you don't let guys play through it, then Barrett probably don't come out of this slump. Quigley probably don't come out of that 3-point slump that he was in. If guys don't play through it. Now, I think sometimes you stay with guys too long, and that's one of Tibbs' MO, but yeah, you don't push that thing to 10 people when you don't have to. So somewhere, somebody's gonna, like I thought Bullock stayed too long in the second quarter. When we was starting to get a little bit stagnant, and being that Bullock was actually hot, I don't know where you're gonna put him, but I think Bullock should have came back in. Because you can't just keep risking blowing a 15-point lead, 14-point lead, 11, whatever it is, and then let them tie it up, and then all of a sudden Steph really go crazy. Because I look at their team, especially with Draymond out, that team, I don't know, they just built around Steph, and they all understand that this is Steph's team. So no matter where he runs, he gets the ball. But they are a beatable team. So when I didn't see the game against the Lakers, now I wish I can go back. I want to go back and watch that and see how did they beat the Lakers.
Well, they do got players. Because I remember I called you for a brief second. I'm like, don't start letting Kyle Oubre start going berserk. And I think that's what happens with these other teams. They start letting them players that can go berserk do their thing. And that's where they fall into trouble.
Yeah, well, I'm like, as long as we can balance them out, Like when you got Bullock and Knox going, that'll help us balance out, even if it's 2 for 1. If it takes 2 of them to equal another player, that'll balance out some of them players.
But that's still hard. You know what? And like I said, the Knicks, they not bad. That's still a hard team to beat. So this is one of the moments where are we turning into like one of them Atlanta teams? Or are we turning into one of them Toronto teams where we don't, on paper, we don't got no superstars, but that's a good team now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, them teams that the Nuggets, they got, I mean.
And if we could be the Nuggets, I'll take that. Because one thing about the Nuggets, you know you're going to get that every day. That's our key. If we could get consistent, and we know every day, like, okay, it might be a little fall off, but you're at least going to get that. That's what you're going to get with the Nuggets. Because remember, it was a move that Wiseman last night put on Robinson. And I said, woo. It was like in the fourth quarter, he got it on the left block, post Robinson up, down low, took a few little dribbles and just spun right in, like big man move, right in Robinson's grill. And I'm like, things like that, we can add those things to Robinson and Obi, ease them into that type of, just to keep the defense honest.
Obi had a couple moves, even though he missed them.
Yeah, but it's the way he had him. Like, the way he was pounding it in, like Obi, until you get your full rhythm, when you backing them down with them dribbles, just go up over them. Go over the top and lay it in. Get your rhythm and your timing together, because that's a whole nother element. Like, we got so much room to grow that if we just a little bit each time, like, we gonna be.
Well, yeah, I think the game just got to slow down for him, because he seemed like another. And don't kill me for this, y'all. He's like another freight train to me. He's like LeBron, Ben Simmons. That's a big, fast guy.
Oh yeah.
He's a freight train. So I'm noticing he just got it in his head. Slow down a second. And listen, if Randall can find little things to make him more consistent, Obi gets it together, Knox keeps shooting consistent, this is going to be another year. I feel like this is going to be a boring year. Because when we was winning with Stoudemire, it was kind of boring after a while. Because we were just blowing teams out. Not blowing teams, we were just beating teams. Yeah, that we knew if you ain't beat the Knicks in the fourth quarter, that was it.
That's how I felt in, like, was it 2013-14, the 50-something win season. But right before that,
right?
Yeah, but no, that was Melo and Kidd and all of them.
Okay.
But what I liked about the Stoudemire team before Melo got there, because remember Gallinari would hit all them big shots, and Raymond Felton, was playing almost like an all-star. Like, so that's, to me, that was exciting. Like, we always felt we was one piece away. Sometimes you just don't know what you got. But Melo wanted to come in and play with Gallinari, but Gallinari went in the trade. But no, the Knicks, we tinkering on something. Now, not to say it won't be another losing streak, but we tinkering on something great. All right, so this is gonna bring me to my question, and I don't know why I'm even gonna bring this one up, because it's almost like irrelevant. But do you look still to try to make a trade for Randall? Like is Randall? Can we pencil him in as part of our future?
So,
and this is just for conversation.
Yeah, so I see it like, I still stand on what I said before. If you can keep Randall and bring something in better, then keep him. So Randall could just maybe still come off the bench and do them numbers. If you can get something better and you can't, then I think he's tradable. Because I think that what the Knicks got going on is not because of Randall. I think it's because of the whole team in general. So if you could slip a piece in there that makes sense for the whole team, that can maybe score better than Randall, then so be it. I don't think it's he's consistent, but it's not like impact consistent. Because if RJ's not doing what he's doing, if Quickly's not doing what he's doing, if Mitch not doing what he's doing, even the veterans, often they're not. If Alec Burke is not doing what he's doing, what Randall's doing is not going to win.
But that's part of why I brought this up, because what Randall is doing, Randall sets the table for them other guys to be able to play their game. Because I was looking at the past few games too, because he's recognizing it more, maybe because they in his ear, the double teams, and I don't want to say triple teams like he's a superstar, but that third guy got his eye on him. So now you're opening up for the other players to be able to do what they do, and that's what a star does.
I mean, but let's be honest, we don't have nobody else. So
no, I know, but let's
just how I'm talking about. But in the room, if I'm the other team, I'm in the room. It's like, we just shut Randall down. That's probably what they're thinking.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That
it's not because
because now the other guys
is good, but
if Barrett and them are playing their game because they're playing off of Randall, so if they're gonna double team Randall with another third eye on him, that's opening the door for Knox and them other guys to find their niche. That's opening the door for Quigley and them guys to be able to go one-on-one. Because, eyes are now on Randall because now sometimes he'll get it and move it. And that's scarier. That's almost scarier than having sometimes a superstar that's just going to hold it and, get you 40, but you lose by 3.
With the team we have now, we would hope that we can just add to it instead of just start taking away stuff that we want. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna get somebody that's basically doing what Randall is doing, if we can count on it, that's what I'm saying. Like when we went on that 5-game losing streak, we couldn't count on Randall just making something happen. We can count on Porzingis just making something happen most of the time. We can't.
Yeah, but that wasn't. I know. Yeah, that's true. But that still wasn't all on Randall because during that streak, that losing streak, it's like only one team that really just like did us in. But we admit the open jumpers that we was missing.
Yeah.
You can't blame Randall for that. Now, you can blame Randall for maybe a guy not expecting to get it.
Yeah, but I'm going to blame Randall for it because this is how they blame Melo for it. So I'm bitter. Yeah, so what? When Melo was throwing the ball, kicking it out, and none of those shooters can hit a shot, we still blame Melo. So if Randall's going to take that responsibility, I still blame Randall. Because when it's clutch moments, what is your move? I'm still not convinced that when we down 5, we're gonna throw the ball to Randall, and he's gonna make a precise
but he won't be that kind of star for us.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I say if a star come, I'm not gonna be like I want to keep Randall that bad. I don't.
All right, but let me just. I
would though. I would.
But I want to keep to my point of trading Randall, keeping Randall, because if you get somebody, Randall's main thing with us, his value for whatever reason, is that he handles the ball. So you get somebody that can handle the ball at those positions, be it the 4 or the 3. Now Randall, where's his value with us if he can't handle the ball? Even though he still makes mistakes on trying to be the point forward. Because most point forwards are small forwards.
Well, the good teams, they got starters that come off the bench. When you look back at it, like your bench player was a starter on another team and they just can't be out the starter you have. When they come, you got a whole nother start. So that like right now with the Knicks, really, or honestly, we got starters that come off the bench, like some of them that can start, that come off the bench.
Yeah.
So if we can add a player to Randall, of course I would love Randall after that. I'm like, whatever you do, it don't really hurt us because we know we got this person. But because we got to rely on him, it's almost like cringing, like, all right, what you going to do? And then it almost looked like he's nonchalant, like he moved like he want to be the man, but then he got to be the man.
Yeah,
Don't give me the demeanor like nothing's bothering you.
They took that word out of my mouth when I called. The demeanor, his demeanor is to me, is what's separating him from really being, because when you do certain things, and I don't know why we finding little negativity things, but so that we can get from, I want to try to fight for that 6th seed. So, and if we can be number 1 in defense, then we have a shot for that. But yeah, like take onus to like last night too, when he came down, and I think like we needed a bucket, even though we were up, but they were like closing in 3 here, 2 here. And it's the way he pulled up to the foul line and shot it. His arm was still dangling after he shot it, and then he, clanged it, and like take onus with that. Like know that the team needs you in them situations, and then you got to tell yourself, I'm going to get a bucket or I'm going to make a play. Don't just jock up a shot. So we can find all them little holes to improve on, and those are little things, to improve on, and man, we gonna be like, devastating. But now I'm gonna shift gears for a second, because the Kevin Porter Jr. Right, Cleveland. I know you have with him. Cleveland.
Michael Porter Jr.
No, Kevin Porter Jr.
Kevin
Michael Porter is
okay,
in Denver,
okay.
and then he had to blow up with Cleveland because they gave away his locker, and he blew up on the GM and the president and everybody in the organization. So they just told him don't come back no more. Now here is a game-changing, dynamic player, but yet he's a hothead. So the Knicks, to me, you have to ask yourself, do I want to? Let me finish first. Do I want to disrupt my chemistry that I'm building, or will I take a chance on a game-changing type of a player? Because not only him, you can even tinker with saying a guy like him and Ball. Bringing in,
I seen that
bringing in, and now you can set yourself up for a long time. Now people got to fight for minutes for a long time to come, because being that we have a no-nonsense guy like Tibbs, you got a guy that can get in your ear like Woody, then you got Payne and Bryant, younger coaches that he might be able to identify with. And if you can harness in on this guy's potential, because he got that thing.
So shout out to Legion of Nick podcast, because I was like, why is this Ball conversation coming up?
Oh, yeah, I got to catch that show again, too. So my question for y'all is, do y'all really want to change the team so is it like, can we add them? Are y'all trading for them? Like, do y'all want to change the team that much? Because you bring in Ball, right? So look, all right, so we bring in Ball for Peyton, you're not changing it that much.
So you taking Peyton away, right? That's what you're doing?
Yeah.
You're putting Ball there.
Yeah.
And then for the other guy, you just added him, or you taking somebody?
Well, you got to take somebody away, but whoever you take away.
So now, if you add him, I'm thinking you still got to keep Randall.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, of course. I mean, this stuff right now only works because you have to have Randall.
So, like, who are you giving up the players that we don't play, or are you giving up somebody?
Well, we got players that don't play, and we got picks.
So, why are they even giving up? Like, why would they give up Ball anyway? Like, why
they got these two young kids that they feel like. But let's look at what Ball will do for us.
So I'll take him.
Ball is a pusher.
Yeah,
he's a guy
I'll take him.
Right. So our best strengths, even though we're playing better in the half court because we don't run that much, even though in the first half we outscored it was like 19-1 in fast breaks against Golden State, mind you, of all places. But what Ball could do for RJ and Knox and Obi and Mitch, because he gets the ball and he pushes. And now that he pushes, he advances the ball ahead so you can go make a play.
I'm telling you right now.
So that's not, but I'm talking about doable trades because.
No. So yeah, I'm telling you right now, if you could get rid of Alfred, sorry, Alfred.
I'm sorry, Alfred. If
you can get rid of Alfred and give me Ball,
Yes, that wouldn't be a straight up, it would be some other stuff would have to move. But I'm saying that for the Knicks team,
like now,
if you could do something like that, but it had to be early enough to adjust now.
I feel like we're going to play the same.
No, we're gonna play better, I think, because the ball. I
feel like that's an upgrade. So that's what I want the Knicks to do. I don't want them to do nothing where they're taking away pieces. It's like, no, this is why it's working. Like, I don't want you to give up. Like, you get Ball, don't give up Austin Rivers too. Don't give up none of your rookies. Like, try to get rid of Alfred Payton and maybe, damn.
Listen.
See, like now.
I don't know about back up. I don't know about that, Joey. Now, if I can get one of them guys, and maybe I could probably Rivers. If I could get somebody like that.
Well, so we're going to have Ball and Quickly come off?
No, Ball will start.
I was saying Ball start, Quickly would come off the bench.
Quickly come off. But the way the Knicks interchange, when they're running.
Now, you got three guards that come off the bench, basically, right? It's it's Alfred Payton, Quickly, and Austin.
Yeah, but he plays both, so there's always two of them in the game. Yeah,
I'm just thinking about how our rotation already is. So now if you do that, he's gonna tighten up that guard rotation. This is gonna be Ball, Quickly, and maybe if we still have Dennis Smith Jr., I guess he now gets a shot. No, because RJ can handle the ball. Dennis, to me, he's done. I mean, sorry that, but we don't got. Don't tell, because they watching.
No,
nobody gonna want him.
No. Everybody, listen. He's the talk of the town because this guy can do some like. Not only is he exciting, he's forceful. Now he's not the end of your problems, but you add a guy like that.
Like, don't try to
a rotation.
Like, why is Ball like the talk? Is that like a thought that everybody?
No, because the Pelicans are not making it easy for people not to say it because of the young guys that you're playing. And to me, it's always like buyer beware because one of the young guys that they keep talking about, he's good, but sometimes you're good because you're not the starter. And then you may start and fill in with somebody for a few minutes, a couple games, and you shine, but that don't make you a starter. So I would say I would look at that. Like, I like where we're going. This is our team, but this is just one of those, because all kind of little silly trades you see out there. But this is one, though, I say look at it because it's early enough in the season that if you made them, you could adjust. Yeah, it's just a matter of who do you give up.
A quick adjustment. That's not going to be like. See, I was thinking y'all was talking about like revamping the whole team. Like, who are they going to?
No, heck no.
They're like, are they willing to give up Ball? That was my question. Like,
they're going to want something.
Don't do no Knicks move where you giving up.
Nah, the Knicks are past. I don't got that's the old Knicks regime.
Team, but yeah, like I'll even give up Bullock if you're gonna just go get another shooter anyway. You know what I mean? Like if you could just pinpoint and find another shooter, or maybe take one off our bench that we just not using. I would give up.
For Porter Jr., you probably would have to give up.
Who we gotta give up?
Bullock or Burke, but you may be able to part with probably one plus some of the other players we don't use. And maybe some second round draft picks or something.
I like Burke. I wouldn't want to see him either, but to not give away, because like you don't know how long we're gonna have Burke. To tell you the truth, you don't know how long we're gonna have Bullock. To tell you the truth, so
Bullock. Yeah. We'll have Bullock probably as long as we're treating him right. He'll come back. Because nobody's on a long term contract anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
So
he ain't shooting lights out.
Nah, right now he's hitting his shots.
He's hitting
now,
shots,
so
but he's still
that's what we need him to do. You hit those shots, you're open. That's all I need the Knicks to do right now. Hit the shots when you open.
Yeah, but I want one of them shooters that we talk about when they play us. They're like, don't leave him open. This is what he do.
As long as we got Randall handling the ball the way he do, right now I'll just settle for people who.
But there ain't gonna be no way he handling the ball if we got Ball. Like that's not gonna happen.
But Ball will advance the ball ahead anyway.
Yeah, he'll advance the ball ahead.
Yeah.
There's no way they're gonna look for Randall.
So Ball and quickly as a point guard combination.
Something like, I'm here.
All right, so we just happy about this 3-game winning streak. We back to 500. We got 3 more games on this road trip, and then we come back to Cleveland, who's playing well right now. So the Knicks got a chance to do some damage. Anything could happen. They could slide on the rest of the trip. Who knows? But at least we know that we in the game, and we know that our defense is going to hold up. Will our shooting hold up? So that's the key going forward right now. But the Knicks is on the move, y'all. So let's ride this wave, and let's just have a good time and enjoy the season. Joey?
I know. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? Happy y'all watching. Y'all not subscribing.
Oh, did we agree on the Instagram play of the week? Dunk of the week?
Oh, man, no, we didn't, but I got one.
All right, so what we doing every week now, we're going to put up, looking through Instagram during the week, the best Knick highlight that we see during the week, and then we're going to showcase it every week. So it'll be one up today. Somewhere y'all can see it. All right? Peace.
Peace.